Burgerpb here, and we're going to be looking in my gear bag. I'll just take it apart, show you guys what I keep in there. I don't know. Had to come up with a paintball video because I haven't gone paintballing in a little bit. So we're just going to be, filling in the time slots. I have another paintball idea video, which will be a really good video. But I haven't started it. Like, I have everything I need already placed. But we're doing gear bag, not review. We're just looking what's in it. And that's about it. This is a Planet Eclipse 2012 something or the other. If you look up Planet Eclipse 2012 gear bag, you'll find it. Pretty simple. First thing I do is I always keep my vest in there. Always just keep my vest in there. I didn't have it in there right now, so I didn't really put it in there again. But let's open this up. Show you guys what's in here. Alright. So I'm gonna try to tilt this a little towards you, and then I'll zoom it in the editing. Yeah, so I'll start picking stuff out. This is a mask I bring. I usually go with someone that doesn't have a mask. John, of course, has one. But I bring this just in case, I bring Sean or Eric, someone else who doesn't have a mask, hook them up with this mask. So we'll put that to the side over here. And I just have a loose pod. We have a secondary pod pack for that person to use. So this was all last time I was giving this to Sean to borrow. Secondary pod pack, really crappy. Don't buy a Tippmann pod pack. It's a piece of crap. My dad bought it. I told him not to. He bought it anyway. So moving on, I have 3 guns currently in here now. So we have this. We have the pump action, which I always like to keep so that what's stuck in here? So, I always like to keep it on me just in case if I have gun issues. This is reliable. Spider Hammer 7 pump. I recommend it if you're going cheap gun and you don't want to use a lot of paint. You don't need to take care of it really. Occasionally you need to wipe it down and maybe get in the bolt a little tiny bit. But pretty much you take it out, works every time. And it's always good because high-end guns or like mid-range guns, you always gotta take care of them all the time. It's a pain. Sometimes they don't work. Something always goes wrong. But this is a reliable, good gun. For a beginner gun, I suggest just its simple Tippmann 98. Really good beginner gun. Easy to maintain. You don't really need to maintain it. Pretty accurate. But I just keep that. So then, of course, we got our Mac Dev Drone 2, my blue baby. Well, I'll just show you guys, because why not? Even though you've probably seen it already. I don't think, did I clean this yet? I don't think I have, but here's, trying to keep the Allen keys in there. The light's kind of messing with it. There we go. There's the Mac Dev Drone 2. Really good marker. But if you're going mid-range, just buy used. Used is really good. If you buy a high-end that's used, most likely they're taken care of because no one's going to spend $700 on a marker and not take care of it. So, also, I have my dad's gun in here, Diproto Rail. Simple gun, really good it's a really good beginner's gun, I'd say. The case that it comes in is just straight up trash, but the gun's good. I like how Dai uses the colored O-rings. Whoops. And that's what it looks like. Gave that to my friend to borrow last time. I might sound faded when I get closer to the camera, which may seem odd, because usually when you get closer to the camera, the volume gets better for the microphone. But in this case, because my mic's right here, and so if I move up, you know, I'm further away from the mic, it looks like a ball fell out, broken. Alright. I'll just put that back in here. I carry my CF boomstick. I'm going to try to see if I can return this to A&S and get a bigger bore. Because if you don't know bores, basically to explain it, paintballs change shape based on many factors. Usually they're .680, but if it's hot out they expand, if it's cold out they'll get smaller, and they're more brittle in the summer, so you gotta be easy on them, have a really loose barrel. And so .68 is what they usually are, is what they say, but it can go to a .689 or like a .68 flat, like .680. So it's a .680 barrel. So if I try to use summer paint in this, it's gonna break non-stop, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm gonna see if I can return it and get a bigger bore size. If it doesn't work out, then I'm not buying from A&S anymore, because I get a lot of complaints. Like, there's a lot of complaints that come out of there from people. I don't really know why. I don't have a problem with it. Every time I use it, I mean, it works fine. It just takes a long time to ship. Like, it takes a little while to ship out. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But, so I keep 2 tanks in here. I don't really know why, usually, because I have an... Oops. That hurt my ears, and probably your ears, too. But 2 tanks, because usually, have, you know, a spare gun for another person, so they're gonna need a tank. Hit them up with this $40 tank. Works great. All you need to do is occasionally put some like lube or something on here, or some oil. Make sure it doesn't get stuck. Gorilla tank. This is $40. Works great. Never went down on me. Ever. Works awesome every time I use it. I mean, I'm not into the shape really, but it's pretty good. But Gorilla, $60 tank, round. I love the shape, but it's a piece of garbage. It shipped here, and it was already leaking. Brand new out of the box, it was already leaking. We talked to them for about 3 weeks before they would finally, not even send me a new one. I had to ship it back, and then finally they got someone new in charge there that was actually good at customer service, and finally they sent it back, working again. But it's just garbage tank. When John, my friend, he got a Gorilla tank, the same exact one as me. His, I can't think of the word right now. I feel so stupid. But pretty much this little, you know, thing right here that tells you how much air is in there, which I have a pretty good amount of air, tells you how much air is in there. His was broken when it came to his house. So really garbage product. When I went to Skirmish in Pennsylvania, they said they ordered 3,000 Gorilla tanks from Gorilla for a big event, and when they shipped, 0 of them worked. They said they don't know if it was 0. They said maybe 1 or 2 worked, but out of 3,000, that's awful. So they don't work with Gorilla anymore. They got their money back, thank God, because that's like $10,000. So yeah. So now there's little side pockets in here. Keep barrel swabs. I usually keep this on me, fold it in my pocket, give this to somebody, or just keep it in my bag. Really garbage Gorilla is. Don't even buy a tank from them. If you're gonna buy a tank, go with Ninja. Ninja's really good, or Plan Clips or Empire. You know, they have great customer service. products always work. Dye's the same way, but their products are super overpriced all the time, which I don't really like. But they're kind of like the luxury car of the paintball industry. They're kind of like a BMW, you could say, out of the paintball industry. So it's not in this other side pocket, but we have these two little tiny pockets. And at the top, I keep an Allen wrench set, which I do not have in there right now. But in the other one, I keep this little colored knife, so that I can, not because I want to stab people in the field, but the open paint boxes usually come with tape on them. So I just have this in my bag, so I can just cut the tape open. Nothing crazy, $10 knife, even though it looks like it was $100. Now we're coming to an end here, close. Then we have this side. Usually I have my camera in here, but it's in my room somewhere. Oh, here's where the good stuff is. So we have all our pods in here. 2, 3. I think I'm running low on pods. 4. Oh, it's full. That's nice. I have a full bag of paint right here. Actually, I don't want to move that because one of my lights is right there, and I don't want it to fall or anything. But I have some pods in there. Plus, I got my mask, which needs to be cleaned. JT ProFlex, pretty good. I wish the breathability was a little bit better. So I think my next mask, if I get one, it's either going to be a V-Force or just a dye I-Force. The dye Force is the best mask on the market, but they're $140, which is expensive compared to this, which is $75. And then a V-Force is $100. So, but if you're a beginner and you want to buy a mask, this Empire mask is the way to go. $40. It's a thermal lens, which means it helps with sun glare, and you don't get any fog. Breathability is pretty good. It's just not that comfortable because the styrofoam is not as comfortable as mine. In there, you get the little cushion. It's not as comfortable as mine, but I mean, $40, can't complain. Really good mask for the price. And then I got 2 loaders in there. Oops. I have, alright, the Virtue Spire. I got the Virtue Spire. Great. I love this. I like this loader a ton. It's my favorite loader out there right now. Maybe the TFX is better, but I haven't got my hands on one of those. I don't think I will, because I got enough loaders here. I'm loaded on loaders. I got the dye rotor, the first one, and I keep those in my gear bag. I don't know why I keep 2, but I could fit 2, so why not bring 2? You know what I'm saying? So, Virtue Spire I like a ton, because it doesn't jam. It has a really slick kind of look of it. I love the colors. It doesn't jam at all. The dye rotor jams. Not all the times, but it jams enough to kind of get on my nerves. And it's not really that slick. It's really big, so if I put them, side to side like this, Virtue Spire's longer and flatter. I mean, you could see how big of a difference that is. So when you come out over a bunker and you maybe see this, it's gonna be harder to hit than if you see this. Plus this jams, as I said, and when you get jams, you have to pull on the knob on the bottom, and it's very annoying. Compared to this, if it gets jammed, you just kind of press that jewel thing and it'll spin. Plus, that's constantly spinning. So if you're constantly shooting, that's constantly spinning. Unless when it's So the reason it gets jammed is that it's constantly spinning, right? But when they all fill up in here in the little motor, and they're filled up here and you're not shooting, the motor stops, right? And then the balls get stuck there. But then when the rotor starts moving again, it can't move the balls out of the way. And it doesn't move that fast, because if it moves too fast, it'll break the balls. Compared to this is always spinning. It goes yee, 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 right? Which you think would not be very good, because you'd only be able to shoot but no, this thing is sound, or I think it's vibration activated. So as soon as you start shooting, as soon as the loader starts feeling that vibration, it'll start spinning. So it's always spinning, right? So you're never gonna get a jam because it's already spinning. So all the balls are loose. They're not tight. They're not compact. They're not stuck. So when it starts going, it's kind of cool. So like when you have a bunch of paintballs in here and you want to get them to the bag, you can turn it on and you're like, and it goes, right? So that's pretty much it with the gear bag. Thank you guys for watching, and that's it. Bye.
How to get along and sew your back from outer space. I just walked in to find